Hi, I'm Hannah Wright. I'm the Senior New Business Manager here at Taylor Rose, and in support and celebration of National Conveyancing Week, I'm joined by three of our fantastic fee earners within the business to discuss all things conveyancing, why they do what they do, what makes them so great at what they do, but also how do they build those long-standing connections with our clients and our referrers. First question, why do you do what you do?
Predominantly to help people. I think conveyancing is an unknown space for the general public. Most people don't know what it involves, and I find it quite rewarding helping people navigate their way through what is probably one of the most stressful things that they'll have to deal with in their lives.
Firstly, there's a lot of client satisfaction that's involved. You get to obviously know your clients quite well right from the outset.
What, in your opinion, makes a successful conveyancing solicitor?
I think firstly sticking to your word, and when you're sticking to your word you also need to know not to make promises that you cannot achieve.
Having experience, having knowledge in your particular area. I think it's also building on your relationships with your estate agents, your brokers, because conveyancing, you can't obviously do it by yourself. It's a network.
Good communication, good attention to detail, and the ability to interpret complex legal information and simplify that. Someone who's able to understand their client and adapt their communication style to their client. If you've got a property investor, they probably don't need the same level of hand-holding as a first-time buyer.
How have you been successful in cultivating and building your relationships that you have with, say, referring partners over your years as a solicitor?
I think it's being personable, building relationships. People will follow people. Yes, giving a good service is great, and getting a transaction over the line quickly is great, but that's not always possible. You often have situations where, for reasons outside of your control, a transaction is going to drag out.
But it's more so transparency throughout the transaction, I feel, has really helped.
You need to both trust each other. So a referrer needs to trust me that I'll be able to get this transaction done quickly without causing any issues, and I need to be able to have that trust in the referrer that they'll be able to be there to guide the clients.
So what does exceptional client service look like to you?
Exceptional client service to me is providing a tailor-made service to your particular client. So it's not one shoe fits all. It's very much so considering who your client is.
So I think exceptional service means first communicating with your client and seeing what their needs are, and trying to achieve those needs at their pace.
What is the one piece of advice that sticks out to you that you've been given that you've thought that's amazing and have really listened to?
So the partner that I was trained by always said to me, put yourself in your client's shoes.
Just have faith in yourself to trust in what you know, and I think build the confidence to be decisive and lead a transaction autonomously. Having that, it seems obvious, but sometimes just thinking about that will help a person from progressing from being, in a junior, more dependent role to actually flourishing as an autonomous lawyer. And I think for anyone who is looking to go into conveyancing, I would just encourage them to embrace the change that we're seeing now in terms of embracing technology and just advancing the process.
Conveyancing isn't just what you learn in your LPC books or your training contract. Things are constantly changing. No 2 days are ever the same. You have to be able to manage stress management, time management. Being organised is a key task of your day-to-day job role, basically, and being able to meet deadlines.
Perfect. Thank you so much.